good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all of my pirates and privateers. Welcome, welcome on in to another thing that we're going to be doing here on the Instinct Platts channel. We are starting a new series, Sea of Thieves. Now, this one is going to change. It's going to be a little bit different than God of War. Because Sea of Thieves has its own platinum, and then it has a bunch of DLCs, trophies, or not really DLC trophies, but trophies that add up to the 100% of the game. And so now we are in Season 18, so they added a few more off of that video that we just made yesterday or whatever, or the day before that. So now there is a total of 288 trophies that we are slowly going to work towards. We might do in-game 100%. We might not. We'll have to see what happens, because the in-game 100% is a lot longer. But we're just going to get started and see just how many trophies we can knock out. And then I have to do some editing, make sure that we get those clips downloaded and into video so I can make a video on the journey, So, we're gonna go ahead and press any button to continue, because why not? Oh. Okay, man, this is a little video about the Plunder Pass. We're not gonna watch this. So, choose a character to represent your adventures. On your journey towards becoming a pirate legend, you'll be able to customize your chosen character with clothing, hairstyles, beard styles, eye patches, hooks, peg legs, equipment, and weapons. So this is going to be one of the most important parts, because once we choose a character, we not going back. We locked in. So we got to choose the correct character for us, because we can't go back. No. Maybe we'll put you in the favorite category there, so you don't disappear when we reroll. Cause maybe. No. Create new pirate. Okay. I'll put you in the favorite. Reroll. It's a very important part. No. Reroll. Like I said, we'll be here for maybe a little bit, so I'm not gonna go probably too in-depth. That face kind of tells me no. But, favorites him anyway. We'll do like 3 more rerolls after this one. If we find anything that catches the eye. This is 1. Okay, 2. And last but not least. Okay, so we have our choices then. Either this guy, or we got this guy. I'm low-key kinda liking the vibe of this guy. But at the same time, I'm liking the vibe of this man too. I would say if there was a lot more people in the chat, we could put it to a vote. But it's currently just me. Let's see. Okay. I think we're going to go with this guy, maybe. What do we think? What are we thinking? It's such a hard choice. I hate choosing fire. It's the hardest choice in the game. It's quite literally like the hardest choice in the game. Let's just do it. You think? Let's just do this guy. I think this is our choice. We are going to hopefully not regret this choice later on, because there's no going back. So let's do it. Alright, selected. Are you sure? Yes. Ba-boom! We are as sure as we can be. This is our option. Alright, Sea of Thieves Season 18 has arrived. Down to Return to the Devil's Roar, yada yada. We're not getting into Season 18 content. Alright, that's our guy right there. Can't go back after this point. Alright, see, I mean, we can create new pirate and stuff, but it's not gonna be worth it. We haven't even gotten anything yet. So, we're going to go to play. We've got Adventure, we've got The Legend of Monkey Island, and we've got Maiden Voyage. Pretty sure when we hit Adventure, it's gonna yell at us anyway. Tell us to do the Maiden Voyage. So, Maiden Voyage tutorial. Begin your Maiden Voyage. It looks like this is your first time playing Sea of Thieves. Before setting sail, it's recommended that you play through the Maiden Voyage tutorial, where you'll learn the basics of the pirate life in a safe environment. Once you complete or exit your Maiden Voyage, your pirate will be ready to join the Sea of Thieves. To refresh your memory or explore Old Sailor Isle, replay the Maiden Voyage from the play menu at any time. Which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to play the Maiden Voyage to start, so we understand the basics. And then later on, we're going to play it again. Once we're maybe like, I don't know, a few different episodes into this series, we're going to play it again so that we get all the accommodations for it. And then you'll understand how the accommodations work and all that. And yeah. And get cosmetics and stuff. We might play it again. I'm not sure, because I don't know if you have to get all the combinations for a trophy. So, let's go ahead and play Maiden Voyage, and let's get started. We are going to drip out our character and all of that, eventually. So, you can see on the right. So, let's go over the screen, because it's going to pop up again. You got the solo sloop crew roster, because it's currently, you can only do the solo. You got set sail, you got our name there. That's our Xbox name, Microsoft account that I had to create. I couldn't mess with it, otherwise I would have made it better, but it's okay. It's close enough. So then you got the session set up, you got the mode, which is Maiden Voyage. It's on safer seas, and it allows crossplay and etc. Let us make sure to go through our settings just quickly, because I do want to see what everything is on right now. So we don't have push to talk on, but we probably won't need push to talk. At least at this moment, we won't need push to talk. I have to figure out what is the best button for push to talk. I'll have to look that up and figure it out. Alright. I'm gonna make sure our FOV is not at 78 and it is at the maximum of 110. It's much easier that way. Is the audio a little loud? I probably should test the mic audio too and see what's happening. right now it seems okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and set sail. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna see what the best button is for push to talk. Okay.
You look a little worse for wear, my friend. You must be on
go.
quite the journey. I should eat something if I were you. A full belly can do wonders for your spirits. Once you're in good health, we'll speak properly.
It's officially time to dive in. So, we are going to be listening to him yap. There's going to be a lot of yapping, especially in this episode. And further on, because we'll be doing tall tales and etc. We will be following lore, and hopefully you guys can understand the game and, you know, get used to it. I don't know if the game, if we're going to fully do a solo experience platinum run, or if we'll have a friend helping along the way. But for this first episode, I wanted to do at least a solo experience, and just see how far we get. So, hold L1 to open equipment radio. We use R to select food, and release L1 to confirm the selection, and then we press R2 to eat the banana. Just like that, Legends Crunch.
There,
You ate a banana,
you look
skin
better
and all.
already.
First trophy.
Maybe even strong enough to reach the Sea of Thieves. Don't look so surprised. These days they call me the Pirate Lord. But back when I discovered this place, I was just a bold explorer like you. I dreamt of finding uncharted waters filled with treasures and rife with danger, where every sunrise brought a new adventure. You've been brave to make it this far. Not many do. Now you've one last crossing to make. You'll want some trusty steel at your side, though. There's a sword in those trees whose owner doesn't seem to need it anymore.
Pick up the cutlass. So, that was our first trophy. I do believe that trophy is not for the platinum. I think it is for the 2024 edition of the game, which we'll go over and look at that. You'll have to look at that stuff. I think that's for the 2024 edition, which is technically one of the DLC things. Alright, pick up the cutlass. Take cutlass. Nice. Oh god! Bah! Bah! You just spam R2. Press circle to stow any equipment. Speak to the Pirate Lord on the beach. Okay. Hello, Pirate Lord. Talk to the Pirate Lord.
There's far more to being a pirate than a blade in your hand and a love of other people's money. It's about finding your way through ancient caverns by lamplight, digging up long-lost treasures, and raising a frothing great tankard of grog when you live to tell the tale.
Right. Drinking.
For all that, you'll need the right equipment. You can start by taking this old shovel.
Okay. Pick up old sailor shovel. Pick up the shovel. Will do.
I stowed a few
Thank you.
belongings around here back in the day. The map will show you the way.
Alright. Quest received. So we hold L1, and then you press X to get to quests. We select the map using R and release L1. And then we can see the map, and you can see the island. Now what does it look like when you raise it up? You can tell we're clearly in this top part here with the bay. So, let's go this way. Because it's clearly somewhere over here on this side. Now, if you're reading the map, it looks like it should be somewhere around here. So, review equipment, pick up the shovel, and dig. Bada bing, bada boom. The old sailor's chest discovered. So we're gonna go ahead and dig this up. Return the old sailor's chest to the pirate lord. So we have L2, which you can bury the old sailor's chest. We're not gonna bury it back. And then we have square to pick it up. So we're gonna pick it up, and we're gonna take it over to the pirate lord. Since this is kind of like a platinum journey guide, 100% guide, and it's sort of a new player guide if you start to watch this. I'm not gonna do any extravagant stuff, like for example, just to show you, I'm not gonna do this, that kind of juggling stuff for right now. Maybe when we get much later on. For right now, this is kind of a newish player guide. Don't think a new player is going to know exactly how to juggle. So, give old sailor's chest.
Ah, my old chest. Let's
What
see
is
if
up,
she still
fella?
hides her secrets.
Okay. Take equipment from the old sailor's chest. Sounds fairly simple to me. What is my... I saw the message pop up on the police station, but the actual chat message didn't pop up. There it is. Didn't know why it didn't pop up the first time. Alright, so take equipment, so we're gonna go ahead and open. Take old sailor's equipment. Alright. Flintlock received. So use triangle to equip your weapon. Use triangle to switch weapon to flintlock. Boom.
A
Okay.
fine weapon. She'll serve you well out there.
Bet she will. Equipment received. Use to open the item radial. Select any item and confirm selection. Get on lantern.
There. Now you look like a true pirate.
Because I'm holding a lantern, I look like a true
There's
pirate.
plenty more to
Okay,
see,
apparently.
so why not stretch your legs and explore?
Not sure why that's the
I'll
case.
be here when you're ready to leave.
Okay. So, now he's giving us the option. Speak to the pirate lord on the beach when you're ready to set sail. So, if we want to, we can continue to explore the island and do a lot more stuff, which would lie with accommodations and etc. etc. But the first thing is, I believe there is no trophy specifically tied to completing all the accommodations for the maiden voyage, and we are eventually going to come back to this. And I'll show you accommodations later, but right now we're not going to. Thank you for the confirm, Mystic. But we are probably going to come back and complete the accommodations, because we might work on the endgame 100% in a little bit. I don't know how much we'll do, but eventually we'll come back. So, speak to the pirate lord on the beach when you are ready to set sail. Talk to the pirate lord. Okay, let's do this.
Now, I say you're as ready as you'll ever be for what's ahead.
Let's get out of the tutorial, shall we?
Allow me to show you the path.
Okay. Whoa. Can I do that? Teach me your ways.
The shroud is beginning to part, but you have one more task before your journey continues.
Okay. Not
You
me.
may be ready to sail, but your ship still needs repairs. Go
Repairs.
and tend to
Right.
her wounds.
Aye, aye. Captain? Pirate Lord? Okay, maiden voyage. Setting sail for adventure. That is a tall tale thing. It will basically, anytime you enter a new section of a tall tale, it will pop that up, and you'll see that much later on when we do Tall Tales, because we need to do them for trophies. Alright, board your ship. Let's go! To the ship! Captain Instinct is on the case. Okay. We press square to board the ship there. So press square on a sail length rope at the back of the ship. So this thing here. And then we hold down on the left stick to raise the mast up. Like I said, it's going to be kind of a friendly new player guide if any new players watch and, you know, they can learn how to play the game a little bit. So find wood from the wood barrel below deck. So you've got the middle deck here, and then this would be the below deck. And this is the wood barrel. This is on a sloop specifically. So your wood barrel is right here in the middle. Just take some of the wood. Use the wood to repair the base of the mast. So anytime your mast gets hit, your mast will start breaking. You just want to repair it up. So boom. Boom. And last but not least, you need 3 pieces of wood to fully repair your mast, if it's been taken all the way down. Look after your ship. It will take damage from collisions and cannon fire. Hold L1 to view your equipment. Select the bucket using R. Okay, we'll go ahead and select. Press R2 to scoop up the water in the bottom deck. So we scoop up this water, and then we press R2 again, and we can throw it overboard. Nice. Okay. Press square on the capstan to raise the anchor. So that's this thing right here on the sloop. Push forwards on the left stick, and that will raise the anchor. Bada bing, bada boom. So now we're going to press square once again on the sail length, and this time we're going to hold down, and the sail will go down, which is pretty cool. Okay. Boom. And then we press square on the wheel. There we go. Maiden voyage onto the horizon. There's a trophy for Glitterbeard. That is true. That is true. Thank you for telling. Oh. Go ahead and grab onto the wheel here. And we'll be on our way.
With your ship fully restored, passage through the shroud now beckons. Take care on this dangerous last leg of your voyage. Threats of all shapes and sizes lurk in its murky fog. Keep the wind in your sails and an eye on that horizon, and I'm sure you'll have no trouble. Once you make it through, I will be waiting for you. A world of adventure beckons.
Okay. Thank you, Fire Lord. Sir. Because we are a pirate. We are not no dirty privateer. One day I'll have an account. It's just solo privateer, you know? But that is not today. We are obviously a pirate at heart. That is not today, you know? We are a pirate today. Privateer another day. Oops. Alright. We are slowly sailing. Oh. We go this way. Pretty smooth sailing. Uh-oh. What is that? Ooh. Big shark. AKA the Megalodon. Which you can't fight, but you know, I'm not doing too big of a problem. Look at it, so cool. Oh. Just barely missed. I see an island out in the distance. Uh-oh. cannonballs from the barrel on deck. That would be right here. Grab some cannonballs. Use the cannon so you can load. And use the cannon. Load. Fire! Take that thing down. Out of cannonballs. Need more. Uh-oh. What happened? The Kraken! Look at it in all its glory. Let's hope we don't find one of those today. That'd be a little scary. Alright. Let's continue to sail. Alright, here we go. To the island. Shipwreck over there too. Unto the horizon. You completed the maiden voyage. Full billow. Sailed with all sails fully to the wind. Now bring me that horizon. You set sail for the first time. That was 3 trophies right there. So we are now at 4 of 288. And now we are finally done with the tutorial. Xbox Game Studios. And Rare present Sea of Thieves. Alright. We did it. Okay. I'm assuming it's just gonna load us right into the game, maybe. But that is 4 trophies already down. I'm not sure how many of those are for the platinum, but it's definitely a good amount there that we've already gotten done. 4 of 288, but we ignore that point. Alright. It's gonna load us right in. Okay. Hanging spots. While crouching, you can find hanging spots around the ship. Interact with them to hide on ships. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Hello?
You made it through the shroud. And in one piece.
Hello.
Or thereabouts.
This is a weird spawn for a new player.
Open water.
Safer seas, you are in a private game session.
And wondrous treasures await you. You now share these
Okay.
waters with countless other
No, I don't. You put me in safer
each on
seas.
their own journeys through our world. Their motives won't always be the same as yours. So keep a close eye on that horizon and
Buddy.
make sure that nobody catches you by surprise.
You put me in safer
Now
seas.
let's get you out on the waves. Your first step to becoming a pirate legend.
Sorry.
Up to any challenge, no matter the danger. Battling nightmarish foes, navigating untamed seas, following trails of clues to lost treasure. You must be ready for all this and more
Yes.
The trading companies will test your abilities in a myriad of ways. Master what they have to offer and claim your legendary status. So, take a look at the quest table there. This is your gateway to adventure on these waters.
Okay. So, choose a voyage. Use the quest table on your ship to choose your next adventure. Now, here's the thing. We're currently in Safer Seas, so I don't know why he's talking. I know the tutorial was made before Safer Seas existed, but you shouldn't say all that if it's going to boot you into Safer Seas. Now, the reason I say this is an interesting uh, outpost to spawn at is because this is Mora's Peak, which they only just allowed to be spawned at this season because of the new content that's in the Devil's Roar. So we want to probably get out of this region as fast as possible because we don't want to learn this region yet. We want to learn it later on. Not yet. So, disregard. We love the Pirate Lord to an extent here, um, but disregard some of the things that he just said if you are new, because clearly he. If you didn't know, this tutorial was basically made. Uh, it was made before Safer Seas existed, so it most likely will boot you into a Safer Seas um, session. So basically, what that means is you're not going to run into any players or anything, and you'll get less money and less reputation for your companies, which we'll figure out exactly what that means here in a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and get started with the tutorial quests, and then I want to just get the tutorial quests out of the way. And then after that, we're probably going to hop from Safer Seas. No Reapers. Yeah, that's true. We're probably going to hop from Safer Seas to the High Seas after we complete the tutorial quest, just so we can get those out of the way and done. Here. So, welcome to your quest table. Welcome to your quest table. And shouldn't have read that twice. The quest table aboard your ship is where your adventures begin. It is the home of all quests you have unlocked in Sea of Thieves. To get started, please navigate to the Voyages tab to choose a voyage. So, this is the quest table. Reputation above level 25 is only available in High Seas, so we're not going to get there yet. Complete company tutorials. So complete the tutorials for each of the main trading companies to learn the ropes, unlock access to new voyages, and begin your journey to Pirate Legend. So, voyages. Trading companies. Each of the trading companies listed in this tab represents a different aspect of the pirate life, and you can progress with as many of them as you want to. Choose one that excites you to see which voyages they have to offer. So, that is what we have to start with here, is all these voyages. There's also Tall Tales, and then there are liked voyages that you can like, and you can quickly access them from here. Um, so just to kind of briefly examine the Tall Tales, you've got 9 of these, which is the Shores of Gold. This is like the main kind of story to follow for the actual Sea of Thieves aspect. Then you have a Pirate's Life, which was added in season 3, I think. And that's basically Pirates of the Caribbean kind of story to follow with a little bit of Sea of Thieves aspect added into it. And then you have The Legend of Monkey Island, which is the most recent. That was season 10? A little bit close. Your trophies just popped for season 18. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. We'll see if my trophies pop later. So there's The Legend of Monkey Island, which is the most recent, and that follows the the Legend of Monkey Island like kind of games a little bit if you know anything about those. And then there's the Ashen Age, which is also part of the Sea of Thieves storyline, which kind of is two tall tales that kind of go over stuff with Flameheart and things like that. All right, so voyages. We have the Smugglers League, which we're not going to talk about. We're not going to do today, but that is basically new. Was added in season 17. Um, and those are basically just Smuggler's Run, which you can only do in high seas because it's kind of like a risk reward. Then you have Gold Hoarders, you have Order of Souls, Gold Hoard is basically chests and like gold trinkets. Order of Souls is going to be skeletons and skulls and stuff. Then you have Merchant Alliance, which is going to be cargo and like animals and things like that. Then Hunter's Call, which is going to be all about the like fishing and killing monsters like krakens and megs. Then there's Reapers, which is all about PvP and Flameheart and skeletons and stuff. Athena's Fortune, which you only get once you hit level 50 in 3 of the trading companies, which is a goal that we have to hit for the platinum. Um, which is all about the end game kind of vibe and has to do more with the Pirate Lord. And then there's special voyages, which are like voyages that you get that are limited time, which are actually going to come in handy because uh, we will have the Gilded Voyages coming next week on Monday every day, which we might not have one every day here because they don't stack and we're not going to be doing this every day. But I would be very excited for my main account. So, we're going to go ahead and get started with all of the, I think, 3 main tutorials, because I think Hunter's Call has one? No, Hunter's Call does not have a tutorial. For some reason I thought it did. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the Gold Hoarders tutorial here. An introduction to the Gold Hoarders. Dig up the treasure marked on the map and return it to the Gold Hoarders. It's got a length of 1, so this should be fairly quick to get done and do. So, we're going to go ahead and sail to the location. So, introduction to the Gold Hoarders, and then you can see our username, or whoever is on the ship at the bottom. Okay, so, we're going to go ahead and go back to the quest menu. Hold on. I forgot he shows up in the tutorial stuff.
Hoarders. A grand choice for a pirate hungering for trinkets and treasure. Emerald green attire, a golden curse on their skin, and a keen eye for a profit mark these traders from the others. They offer voyages that test your wit and wisdom, asking you to solve riddles and follow maps to buried treasure. Dig up hidden hoards and return to the Gold Hoarders' green tents. They'll reward you handsomely for your efforts. To get you started, they've given you a map, but it's up to you to follow the clues. Now, study that parchment. See if you can discern where it leads and claim the prize they seek.
Do your voyage, boom, just like we did the last map. So we've got this map here. While examining a map with R2, you can press R3 and you can get a lot closer look on it. So we need to find this island. Thankfully, it's not the Devil's Roar, so we are going to have to do a little bit of sailing to find it, but I would like to not be in the Devil's Roar because it's not an aspect I want new players to learn just yet. So we're going to go this way, and it looks to be Mutineer Rock. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and set sail to that island, which if you look at the bottom right of this map here, there is a compass. You want to follow that when you're sailing. So you can see we kind of need to go west with a little bit of south, like west into it. So let's go ahead and raise anchor. Didn't know that. Yeah, I low-key forgot about it for the longest time, but as a kind of an experienced player, I don't really use it, but it is a thing that is doable. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and lower the sails to catch wind and set sail. Let's get out of the Devil's Roar. Like we said, we need to go west with a little bit of southwest. You can see we're using the ship's wheel. Yes, you can see the compass kind of on the right there. You want to follow this compass to what compass you just made.
In search of lost treasure. Nothing stirs the soul quite like it. You must have your wits about you, though. Keep a weather eye on your map and another on the horizon.
A little bit okay here.
The sea with other pirates.
Going this way.
Some friendly, others not so much. Once you have the hidden treasure aboard your ship, I will see you again.
Gotcha. So yeah, basically we're just going to follow and try to get over to that island as fast as we can. Keep an eye on the horizon. Alert. Stay alert for dangers that may arise as you travel to your destination. So the only dangers that could arise is going to be NPC dangers, like the Megalodon, or the Kraken, or a Skelly ship that you guys saw earlier in the tutorial. Check your bearings, check your map table, and the compass next to your ship's wheel to sail in the right direction. Thankfully for that, we already know we're going the right way. The big thing right there in the sky, that is what we call a world event. We're sailing the wrong way. Check your map table and the compass. We're not sailing the wrong way. We're just not going the exact direction. Okay? Can't help that I'm not going in the exact direction of the island. I'm trying to get to this island, okay? It was a weird spawn that we have. That's why it's tweaking. We had a weird spawn over at Moro's Peak. Because you can spawn there now with the new season. And it doesn't exactly work too well with new players. Especially if you're doing tutorial, because there's no Ashen tutorial voyages. So that thing's kind of just sit here. Map. Alright. I know this is a very long sail, but we'll get there eventually. Like I said, it's kind of unfortunate that we spawned in the Devil's Roar. Because it's not very good, especially for new players, and if you're trying to do these tutorial voyages, because you can't really get Ashen versions of them. So, we kind of just have to sail our way over there. I know it keeps yapping about sailing the wrong way, but we're not technically sailing the wrong way. Okay, we discovered a shipwreck. That is about below us somewhere. Right there. You see all those birds? Means we have discovered a shipwreck there. You see a bunch of birds in the sky. We are just going to go right past this world event. I'm not really concerned about it. Like I said, I want us to get these done, these tutorial voyages, the main 3, and then we're gonna, if we have time left over, we're going to jump straight into the high seas, because you get more reputation, more gold, and to be honest with you, safer seas, if you're a new player, you can jump into it, or if you want to do just tall tales, you can do it, but I think it's better, honestly, to do high seas, mainly because there's not really anything to lose. We are Renown level 2. Renown is basically the battle pass. I will show you all of those things in that menu right before we go into high seas. But basically, I recommend high seas no matter what, just because of false now. I recommend high seas mainly because you kind of have to take the risk, and you get experience with other players, either, you know, being friendly and the player interactions, or, you know, you learn how to do combat, etc., etc. It gives you 100% loot. When did they update that? That's insane. Okay, well, never mind. I guess it's just that you can't go above 25 now. I guess that's just it. I think it used to be 50. Well, I guess we are getting 100%, but I still recommend high seas because of the player interactions and learning how to combat. Oh, we're getting shot at by an island cannon. You see, some of these islands will have cannons on them that can shoot at you. Last season. Okay. There is an Ashen Winds event at Devil's Ridge. We're just gonna kind of go by that. We're not going to worry about that today. World events is a whole other topic that we are not going to get into today. We are now officially sailing directly towards our island. I know it took us a little bit of time to get here, but yeah, it's kind of just we got unlucky with a spawn. You got barrels in the water, you can pick those up for supplies, and there's a bottle that would give you a quest. I know, check my bearings, yada yada. He's been saying this for the past 5 minutes. I highly recommend, we've already done it and stuff like that, because we did it right as we started, but I highly recommend, if you are playing this game at an FOV lower than the maximum of 110, to raise it to 110, because it is very useful. Mainly because what it does is kind of widens your screen a little bit to where you can see more, and it's just a lot more simple to play this way. If you want to play at a lower FOV, that's cool, but 110 really should be what it's set at instead of the 78, because that is terrible FOV. Alright, Mutineer Rock. We have finally made it to our destination. So while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and teach you the best ways, one of the best ways to park, or like the best way. It's going to tell you just to drop your anchor, which you can do. Dropping your anchor is something you can do. But if you drop your anchor, you want to make sure that you raise your sails afterwards, and then re-raise your anchor. In safer seas, it's not really going to matter, but the reason you want to do this is because the anchor is what makes your ship move in reality. So you want to be able to have your anchor up, but your sails up as well, so that you can just come back to your ship and immediately drop your sails if somebody were to come after you. X marks the spot. Use your voyage map to find the dig spot for treasure. The sword dash we'll learn in a day later episode, probably. Not going to teach you in this one. Okay, well, we found a cannon of rage. You can sell these at an outpost, and you can also use them. Drop the cannon of rage to deploy it and use it anywhere. So that is 1,000 gold we just got for, I assume, the renown or the battle pass, plunder pass. But we're not going to worry about cannon of rage and all those etc. things. We're just going to get these tutorial voyages down so you can understand. So basically, we're doing the exact same thing that we did in the maiden voyage tutorial, and we're going to look for the map and look for the X. So basically, the easiest way to do this is look at the map, then look at your compass, make sure you know exactly which way is north, and then follow the map via that. So you can see there's a rock here, and this is north. Most likely going to be right here. Boom. Oh, tried in the dark tides. We're going to leave that alone for now. Not going to worry about that. Collect your treasure. Pick up the sailor's chest to take it back to your ship. So we're going to go ahead and dig this up, and we're going to bring it back, and then we're going to go sell it. That'll be pretty simple. So like I said, you can bury it, you can pick it up. So let's go ahead and pick this up, and we're going to bring it right on over to the ship. Renown level 3. Renown is the battle pass system. Like I said, I will show you guys that later. It's very easy to level up, to be honest, unless you have a week to level up the whole thing. Don't recommend. So we're going to go ahead and go up the ladder here. Now, as a new player, a lot of you are going to want to put your loot, like, anywhere, like, most likely in here. That's okay if you feel the need to put it in here and kind of hide it away, if that's
well done indeed.
How you want to play the game. But we're going to put it on the bowspring up here.
Treasure chest. But your quest for riches is not over yet.
Hello.
If you want to be properly rewarded, sail to any outpost or port and seek the green canvas of a gold hoarder's tent. They'll take care of any chests you bring them and pay you a wealth of gold for your services. And as always, Keep a sharp lookout for pirates as you bring your haul to the outpost safely. I'll be waiting for you there.
Thank you, Pirate Lord. Alright, like you said, we're going to look for any outpost. So return to an outpost, take the sailor's chest back to the gold hoarders, use your map table to locate a nearby outpost or port. So the nearest one to us is either going to be over here, just Plunder Outpost, or over here, which is Ancient Spire. We're just going to go backwards a little bit. We're going to go to Ancient Spire that is behind us. To be precisely exact with you, that right there is Ancient Spire. So, what we're going to do, since our anchor is already up, we are just going to turn the boat. And then once we feel that we are either facing the direction that we need to go, or we're not going to hit anything, we will lower the sails. And we will head straight towards Ancient Spire over there. Okay. Let's go ahead. Now, if you look at the sky, you'll see this kind of wind. You want to follow the way the wind is going. As you can see, it's kind of going that way from this way. So then you would turn your sails into the way it's going, and that's what will give you wind. And that will make you faster than going normal speed. See, now we're going much, much faster. But like I was saying, you could put the loot, I can't speak. You can put the loot wherever you want on your ship as a new player, whatever you feel desired. But the easiest way to do it would be to just put it on your bowsprit, so that you can easily move it and sell it. Alright. We've been going for almost an hour now. We'll go ahead and turn a little bit to the left, because we are on the wrong side of the island here to be going to. We want to be on the other side, because that will be where the dock and all of that is. Like I said, we're just going to kind of avoid the world events for now. We'll learn about those at a later point in time. We are now coming in towards the island. We're going to go ahead and prep ourselves here, so I'm going to turn a little bit to the left so that I get a little bit of distance from the island. And then we're going to turn to the right so that we can turn towards it and get on the side that we want a lot easier. Now, turning gets a lot easier if you raise your sails as well. So like raise your sails to half if you want to make an easier turn. You see, now we're at the dock. This big tower right here is the Sovereigns. We're not going to be able to use that until we buy a captain ship, which will be a little bit of time for us right now. So we're going to go ahead and raise our sails and try to stop at this dock. We'll go ahead and anchor our boat. Because like I said, anchoring is perfectly okay. That will put you to a full stop, but make sure most of the time that you will raise your anchor. The only time you really don't need to worry about raising your anchor is if you are like just maybe buying something and you're about to get off the game, or you know, something like that. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the chest and visit the gold hoarders. Take the sailor's chest, meet the pirate lord near the gold hoarders outpost. Be inspired.
Bravo!
You paid a visit to the unforgettable Ancient Spire outpost. There's a trophy. That is 5 of the 288. So you can use the quest board to take and share player grid maps. We're not doing that yet. Alright, so we're going to go find the gold hoarders, which is over here. Hello, Pirate Lord.
Over here! You made it! Not all journeys end in gold and glory. Luckily for you, this one assuredly does. You'll find the gold hoarders in surroundings such as these at any outpost or port. Hand them that chest you found, and they'll pay you well. Bringing treasure to these gold-hungry traders will also increase your reputation with the company and will earn promotion through their ranks.
Sounds
Do
good.
this, and you'll earn more rewarding voyages, grander treasures, as well as the chance to buy gold hoarder clothing and equipment. As soon as you're ready, return to your ship to embark on your next voyage.
Okay. Thank you, Pirate Lord. Excuse me, guys. I apologize for that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and turn in this chest now. So we're going to give him the sailor's chest. I want to be a pirate. Your reputation level with the trading company increased for the first time. It's a pirate's life for me. Completed a gold hoarder's voyage.
Your first quest upon the sea
Bada bing,
of
bada boom.
Thieves is complete.
2 more.
Out
Grade
across
1,
the
Keeper of a
waves,
Glittering Hoard.
A world of adventure, mystery, and wonder now awaits you. Each of the trading companies represents an
Leveled up to
opportunity
level
to
4.
pursue your own pirate story. As your reputation grows, promotion will beckon, alongside greater wealth, and the chance to gain clothing and equipment befitting your status. Like all opportunities on these waters, it's up to you to make your own path and decide what experiences you want each time you set sail. Feel free to explore and meet the other folk that call this place home. Return to your ship when you're ready to start your next adventure.
Okay. Just like that, we have completed the first tutorial quest for the gold hoarders. So we are now at 7 of 288. Earn fame and fortune. Handing in treasures to the trading company will reward you with gold and reputation. Talk to the trader to learn about promotions and yada yada. Whatever he said. Boom! An introduction to the gold hoarders. Voyage complete. Now that is one of the 3 that we're going to complete here today. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. Oh, I've got unstable connection. The game does this for no reason, I swear. Okay. So. I guess we can go ahead and go over to this guy and we could talk to him about some stuff. Maybe learn some lore.
Gold?
So, hello. Herbert. Gold here. Get chests. So then, Herbert, what's the deal with the gold hoarders? Follow maps. Find chests. Chests have gold. Maps lead to chests of gold. Got it. Anything else? Chest locked. We have key. Bring chests to us. Key open chests. We share gold. What is an emissary? This is actually a good question. Represent hoarders. Fly flag. Make us proud. More rewards. Lots more. If you live. Alright.
Chests.
Thank you, Herbert. Appreciate you. Alright. Before we do anything else, we are just going to go back to the ship and go ahead and start our next quest, which I believe will be the Order of Souls. So, let's go ahead and go to the quest table. Now everything is unlocked for us to do. Tall Tale quest unlocked. Tall Tales are a rich story quest with memorable characters, exciting adventures, puzzles, and combat. There are multiple different story arcs for you to enjoy, each with their own twists and turns. Alright. We hit level 4 in Gold Orders, which is pretty good because you get your first promotion at level 5. So, pretty good. Order of Souls. Battle skeletons and ghost ships to collect bounties. Tutorial. An introduction to the Order of Souls. Learn how to complete a bounty for the Order of Souls on this short voyage. Okay. Diving to voyage is unlocked. Diving to your voyage location is now available. Setting out on a voyage this way will see your ship dive beneath the waves to quickly reach the start of the voyage. Any treasure on board your ship or emergent voyages will be lost to the sea when you dive. Be sure to sell treasure at an outpost or port before diving. We're not going to worry about that because we're doing a tutorial voyage too, so you can't really dive. So we're just going to do a sail and get this bad boy started. I'm assuming Pirate Lord's going to show up any minute now. Yep.
A bounty for the Order of Souls, eh? You must be a brave pirate, ready to battle the bones of the dead. The Order is a mysterious group. They perform mystic rituals to glean knowledge from the skulls of vanquished skeletons. These skeletal ex-pirates are rarely willing to give up their heads easily, though, which is where you come in. You've been given a bounty poster identifying the last known location of a particularly fiendish foe. Prove your mettle by defeating the skeleton captain, and
Okay.
earn your reward by returning the skull to the Order of Souls.
Sounds
To
good.
speed you on your way, be sure to read the bounty poster and find out where your prey is lurking.
Do your voyage. Hold L1 to open the radio. And we know how to do this. So now we have basically a contract. So, seeking knowledge hidden in skull and bone, revealing untold whispers protected by foe. Knowledge guarded and returned at last to uncover the secrets of riches past. So, Captain No Deal Atkinson, last seen haunting Mutineer Rock. So we're going right back to where we came. Right there. So now we're going to go ahead and set sail. So our anchor is already up. So now let's turn a little bit. Hopefully we don't hit the dock. And we're going to lower sail. And then we're just going to go right back to the island we came from. So an easier way to get around this island. Let's go ahead and raise our sail to about half. Just to make sure we don't get too much there.
As the wind and waves whisk you towards your quarry, be sure to prepare yourself for the thrill of battle.
Yep.
Keep your bearings as you sail to your skeletal conflict, but also watch out for other pirates prowling these waters.
The wind is
Some
going
of them may
behind
be
us.
keen to take your hard-earned
See if we can
treasure.
get any
Don't
wind at
let
all.
them take you by surprise. Once you've relieved the skeleton of its head, you'll need to bring it back to the Order of Souls. I shall be waiting for you when you do.
Can't get any sort of wind. Alright. Start heading towards the island. Hope you guys are enjoying. We are, what, 7 of 288 trophies deep now? So, there's no going back. Just gotta head all the way back over to this island. And then maybe from there we'll go to Plunder Outpost instead of Ancient Spire. Because I know if we go to Plunder, we'll get another trophy. So. Keep hearing that sound, that's because we keep sailing right by this world event. That makes that sound when you get close to it. So. What are we going for? About an hour and 3 minutes. I am aware we are sailing in the right direction. We're on level 4. It's gonna get us 2,500 gold. We got 4,526 gold. Pretty nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull up on the island here. Get ourselves situated just like last time. back to good old Mutineer Rock. So this time, instead of looking for a chest that is buried in the ground via a map, we're now going to be looking for a handful of skeletons that are haunting said island. Drop the anchor. It's going to tell us to drop the anchor. You can also just raise your sails, and it will slowly stop, but it'll take some time. But we'll go ahead and drop the anchor. Pull the island, disembark, and search the island for the skeletons. Now, because this is a small island, it won't take very much to find the skeletons. But if it's a bigger island, you do want to read what it will say in the black text below the captain, because it will point out where to go. So you can see there's clearly skeletons over here. Draw out the captain. Defeat the skeletons to draw out the captain named on your bounty poster. Boom! To fill your ammo, pick up ammo pouches, drop the skeletons, or use the ammo crate on your ship to refill ammunition. Ammunition. For that. Okay. There's a foul bounty skull here, but I'm not going to pick that up because I just want to do the tutorial quest for right now, and then we can start messing with that later. Eat some fruit to recover health. Search barrels on the island or your ship for food. So beat the crap out of skeletons. These are the barrels you want to search for food. We are out of ammo. Okay, so let's go ahead and eat this banana. Oh, there's the captain. So, pro tip, if the captain or if any skeleton is blocking, you can jump and it will negate the block. Come on. Let's just beat the crap out of the captain. Boom. Bone crunch. You killed a skeleton while it was crunching on a banana. Nice. Win the skull. Pick up the dark bounty skull and take it back to your ship. Alright. With these little items, you can fully swim or run. That is something new they added like the past few seasons. Yeah, you just got another trophy, so that's what, 8 of 288? So we're going to drop the dark bounty skull right here. I'm sure the pirate lord's going to show up and make a grand spiel. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go to plunder outpost this time.
Ah! Not afraid of a skeletal skirmish, are you? You've defeated that bag of bones and claimed its skull.
I have
But
indeed.
if it's gold you seek as payment for your bravery,
Go ahead and go.
you must bring this trophy back to the Order of Souls. They'll take it off your hands at any outpost or port, always paying well for your skills.
Gotcha.
As ever, keep an eye on the horizon to ensure you return your prize safely.
Yep, go ahead and get
I'll
my
meet
sails
you
in the
ashore
wind.
once you do.
No, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Pirate Lord. The thing about going west or northwest, you're going to always realize, is the waves are going to be basically against you. So your ship is going to like start moving without you telling it to move. So you kind of have to control your ship when you go this way. Go ahead and head to Plunder Outpost. Yep, for dangers. You do actually want to be alert for dangers, but right now, safer seas, not really going to matter too much. But once you get into the high seas, that's where it's really gonna matter then. If you hear that clicking noise like this, that means you're at the middle of your wheel. And then if you hear that click noise, that means you're now going straight. But if you still turn a little bit, then you're not going straight anymore. Well, ideally with these waves, you might be going straight. If you turn a little bit. Return to an outpost. Take the dark bodies to go back to the Order of Souls. Use your map table to find a nearby outpost report. That is what we are doing. And go right on over to Plunder Outpost. pulling up on Plunder Outpost now. See, that tower is now in the back. That is the Sovereign. Once again, we don't have a captain ship, so it's not really going to help us to pull up there. If we did, then it's a little different, but we don't have a captain ship. It's just a regular old ship that we chartered. Alright, Plunder Outpost. Everything is just operating behind the big rock. Alright, turn a little bit to the right. Try to get up to that dock there. Raise the sail a little. Oh, I'm gonna take control of the wheel. Try not to crash right into the dock. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and lower anchor. So we might do a little bit of a ram. Too late. Yep, that's a little bit of a ram there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some wood from the barrel. And then we'll repair that hole. Just like you would repair your mast. And then we bucket the water. Just like so. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our skull. I'm not going to worry about the anchor since we're in safer seas, but you should practice making sure your anchor is always up. The Wonder of Plunder. You paid a visit to the towering Plunder Outpost. Alright, and since we have a skull, we can actually run instead of doing little jog. So there is the Gold Hoarders. This over here is the Order of Souls.
There you are, back in one piece. Not all adventures end so well, but victory is yours, eh?
Oh,
in
stop
this
it, unstable
store of the supernatural and similar ones at every outpost and port, you will find the Order of Souls.
Yep.
They will gladly pay you for skulls, be they barnacled or flaming, decorated or deathly simple. There are many you may find on your journey. Now, if you want to be properly rewarded, hand in the skull to the Order of Souls. Do this and increase your reputation with the company and earn promotion through their ranks. You'll earn more rewarding voyages, new clothing, and even embellishments for your ship. Hand in the skull to claim your reward and return to your ship when you're ready to begin another voyage.
Thank you, Fire Lord. So we come in here. We give her the Dark Bounty Skull. Taking orders. Completed an Order of Souls voyage. He's gonna show right back up outside.
Down, and a bond with a new trading company formed. You have done very well indeed. This world, our
Grade 1 mercenary of the Ancient
filled with
Order.
opportunities. Official voyages for trading companies are not the only way to make a name for yourself. All these islands you explore, each shipwreck you dive to, every crew you encounter represents the possibility of gold, glory, and unforgettable stories. Messages in bottles glint on shorelines, containing clues to long-lost gold. And secret caverns hide the treasures and knowledge of ancient peoples. Skeletons stalk the shores, and monstrous beasts roam the waves, each protecting their own treasures. Strange clouds in the sky call to all pirates from every part of the ocean, promising untold riches for the most daring and bold. And remember, never be afraid to leave the beaten path or see where the wind takes you, for adventure lies on unfamiliar shores.
Thank you, Fire Lord. Alright, that is the completion of our Order of Souls tutorial. Introduction to the Order of Souls voyage complete. Alright. So, let's see if Miss Madame Olivia here has anything she can tell us about.
I foresaw your journey to this
My
place.
name is Madame Olivia of the Order of the Soul. Order of Souls. Our business is the breaking of bones. Whose bones do you want to break, Madame Olivia? The skeletons, of course. Seek them out with the information we give you, and smash them to pieces. Bring back their skulls as proof of their destruction. There must be more to this than just smashing bones. What about rewards? There is nothing greater than fracturing femurs, and mashing mandibles, trashing tibias, and hammering humeri.
Ah,
Do this, and I will reward you handsomely with gold and other prizes equal to your achievements. What is an emissary? A pirate like you who has a gift for smashing skeletons would be wise to consider becoming an emissary. In return for upholding our values and bringing in skulls, you will earn greater rewards. Essentially, you'd be showing the other companies that we are a force to be reckoned with. Your devotion would be remembered, I assure you.
until we meet
Okay.
again.
Well, that is that one done. Now we're going to go back to the ship and do the last one, which will be the Merchant Alliance. And then we will go over the reputation and the stuff before we jump into the high seas. So, let's go ahead and go to the quest table here. We got level 4 gold orders, level 4 order of souls. Merchant Alliance. What does it say? Find, protect, and deliver precious cargo. An introduction to the Merchant Alliance. Complete your first official order for the Merchant Alliance. Deliver a single chicken in good health. Length of 1. Sail to location. Okay. An introduction to the Merchant Alliance.
So, you've a contract to capture an animal for the Merchant Alliance. A fine choice for any prudent and punctual pirate. These blue and gold-clad merchants are a company of reliable vendors, always looking to buy and sell goods to spin a profit. Gathering the cargo they require and returning it swiftly in good condition will see you richly rewarded. For your first voyage, they have given you a contract that lists an animal they require and where it can be found. You'll have to capture the creature and return it alive to the merchant trader listed on the contract. Have a read of the parchment to see where this daring merchant adventure will take you.
Thank you, Fire Lord. Alright. By order of the Merchant Alliance, we hereby agree to deliver these goods to Plunder Outpost by 10 p.m. on the 18th. Registry of goods. A chicken of any variety. Your crates can be collected from Mutineer Rock on the East Beach. Is that all it says on there? Can't really see. So, we're going right back to Mutineer Rock. Let's go ahead and set sail. We need to go backwards. Right where we came from. By official order. Okay. Let's do this. Says so. Which island is it again? Is it that one? No, it's definitely back that way. Right, it's back this way. No, Fire Lord.
May the wind be in your favor as you race against time to collect the merchant's required cargo and deliver it safely.
Yep.
The cage needed to capture the beast will be waiting on the island shore. As you sail, know that there are pirates out there with a taste for plunder. They won't hesitate to relieve you of your hard-earned goods. Once you have the cargo, you'll need to bring it to the specific trader named on your contract. I'll see you when you're ready.
Thank you. Alright. We gotta deliver it to Plunder Outpost by 10 p.m. on the 18th. So basically with that, you want to pull out your watch here. You can see it is the 14th. Looks to be maybe about 2 on the 14th. Use a pocket watch and your equipment radio to make sure you deliver the chicken on time. It's about 2, maybe 3 on the 14th. No, it's not 3. About 1:30 on the 14th. Let's get sailing. Ugh. Tired today. An hour and 21 minutes. Check the map, make sure we're going the right way. Yep. There's Thieves Haven right there. Oh, it's gonna fire at us. We are fortunately out of their range. That one might actually get a little close. Nah. Alright. Go ahead and pull up at the island here. We're looking for some crates. That will be on the east beach. And there should be a chicken here, of some sort. This is a small island. It's very simple to just, you know, get parked here and find the east beach from there. If you're on a bigger island, you may want to park at the location where it says the crates are. Considering this is a very small island, it won't be very hard to find the east side. Oh, there's renown level 5. Grab some more stuff from these barrels. Okay. So here is a smuggler's messenger bottle. We're not gonna pick that up. The east side would be right there. Let's go ahead and grab the chicken coop. And now we are just on the hunt for chicken, where I see a few over this way. It said any variety chicken, so you get to come with me. Boom. Take it back to your ship. Come on, buddy. Come back to the ship. Chickens. Be sure to protect your chicken from any dangers so they don't perish. Come on, buddy. Gonna put you right about spring. Okay, we're gonna head on right back where we came from.
The precious cargo successfully acquired. You've had a meaningful hunt indeed, but there is more to this journey. If you want to be properly rewarded, navigate swiftly and safely to the merchant trader named on your contract. You must ensure that the captured chicken is delivered on time and in one piece. So make sure it's smooth sailing all the way.
Yep.
As always, keep scanning the seas as you sail to your destination. I'll be there when you arrive.
Thank you, Mr. Pirate Lord. Locate the outpost or port named on your merchant contract and take the chicken there. That we will do. So we're heading right back to Plunder Outpost. Almost back to Plunder. Just got a little bit more to go. How's Chicken doing up there? You okay? Yep, he fine. Chicken is a-okay. What should we name the chicken? Billy? We'll name him Billy. You okay, Billy? Stick with me for a little bit, Billy. I promise we're taking you to a safer place. I hope. Here's to hoping at the very least that Billy's going to a safer place. Back to good old Plunder Outpost. This is the Merchant Alliance. Which, luckily enough for us, is right on the dock, so. Alright. This will be the last stop we make, so I'm just gonna leave the anchor there. Leave the anchor down. I'm coming. Hold on, chicken. I'm here. Hello.
An animal and a pirate safely return to shore. Your punctuality and navigational prowess are just what the merchants need. Here, and on stalls like it at outposts and ports, wait the Merchant Alliance. Proving your timely delivery and safe handling to these meticulous traders will see your reputation increase, and you will be promoted in their company. And as it does, the Merchant Alliance will offer you a variety of voyages, more exotic cargo, new clothing, and even embellishments for your ship. So, hand that chicken over to fulfill the contract and claim your payment. Then return to your ship when you're ready to set sail again.
Thank you, Mr. Pirate Lord. Alright. Go ahead. Sell. Deliver. Not sell. Deliver red speckled chicken. Boom. I am not obsessed with treasure. Completed a Merchant Alliance voyage.
Your first bonds with these trading companies, but you've only scratched the surface of the adventures these seas have to offer. Yes, I would say you are ready to make this world your own. Destiny is yours for the taking as you write a legendary story upon the waves.
Accommodation.
Earn enough
Grade
gold
1
by
Gilded
any
Merchant.
means, and you may purchase your very own ship and call yourself
Level 4.
captain. A mark of honor for any who sail these waters. Growing your reputation and demonstrating your mastery of adventure will set you well on the path to becoming a pirate legend. This is a title reserved for the most daring souls, granting access to thrilling voyages, unique treasures, and exclusive attire for both the bearer and their ship. I will eagerly await your company in the wreck of Athena's Fortune, a hidden tavern for all those who etch their name in legend.
I bet.
Best of luck as you set forth for adventure. The whole world awaits. Embrace new challenges and enjoy the journey. I look forward to welcoming you into our ranks when you have made yourself into a true pirate legend.
Yeah. Thank you, Pirate Lord. Alright. Just getting started. You completed the tutorial voyage for the Gold Hoarders, Merchant Alliance, and Order of Souls. Introduction to the Merchant Alliance. Voyage complete. Alright. Well, that is all of the tutorial voyages completed. So now I'm going to go over a lot. After we talk to the merchant first.
Scared?
I'm Senior Trader Marine, your life-saving guide to navigating the perilous seas of merchant life. What can you tell me about the Merchant Alliance? I'm not sure you want to know. Very well. We have customers that ask us to obtain things for them. Extremely dangerous things. Got hiccups apparently. Including ferocious pigs and deadly chickens. If your nerve holds, deliver these to the requested destination. Why should I work for you and not the other companies? I won't lie. The risk of taking on our voyages are great. Many set out, yet few return. If you are amongst the lucky ones, a fortune in gold and exclusive items await. Do not think lightly of what we ask. I think no less of you if you decided to make your name elsewhere. What is an emissary? A true test of your courage. Why, it's practically a death sentence. You'd have to be desperate to prove yourself. Emissaries earn a lot of gold by performing their duties as partners of the company, even bearing our flag. But that makes you a target, not just to anyone, to your cargo, but to our enemies. Okay, so the long-awaited menu. Boom. There's the resource menu. So first, we'll go over the seasonal menu. So, this is where all of the season stuff happens. So this is, currently season 18. Right now, they split it into 3 acts. Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. Right now, we only have Act 1 available. This one says only on high seas, but doesn't even start till 6 weeks. And basically, there's a bunch of deeds that you can do within these that will earn you renown for your plunder pass. And if you complete all of them, you will get a reward, like you get a painting for this one. And then this one comes out in 6 weeks, where you get some ship crests, and then you get a sales set for this one, which comes out in 10 weeks. Then you have the Plunder Pass, or the Season Pass here, where you could see all of your rewards. So we unlocked, it looks like a few hairstyles, some gold, some more gold, and some makeup. And if you buy the premium, you get whatever is on the bottom. But we are probably not going to buy the premium. Most likely. Let's decide randomly too. Alright, and then we have events, which are only available on the high seas, and that is just a Christmas event right now. Then we have, resources. This is where you see everything you have in your inventory, like your food, your cannonballs, your traps, your wood, etc. Then you have your equipment. You see all your different types of equipment here. Okay, I'm going to wait to do this till last. Ship's log, you have your milestones where you get, like, your pirate milestones of things that you've done, and etc, etc. I don't know if we actually have done anything, because I don't think this is available. You can't really up your milestones until you have a captainship, which we don't have yet, but those will go up eventually. Then you have the Pirate Emporium, which this is where you buy stuff with premium currency, etc. Like we can get this humble gift emote, because it's free right now. So, we'll go ahead and purchase that, because why not? It's free. Ain't gonna hurt nobody to get something that's free. Alright, and then last but not least, we have the big thing is reputation. So, concurrently, we have a lot of different things in here. One is, well, we're missing one, and that is going to be guild, but we're not in a guild, and we don't have one yet. So, Tall Tales. You basically have all the Tall Tales here. So, the main voyage, you've got the 3 for Monkey Island, the 5 for Pirates of Life, the 9 for the Shores of Gold, and then the 2 for the other one. And see, this is what I was talking about with accommodations, is we have this for Unto the Horizon for reaching the Sea of Thieves and the Maiden Voyage, which allowed us to get the Pirate's Lord jacket for completing it, but we can get the sails if we complete the Adventure Begins, which is for completing all the accommodations, which is all of these, such as discovering all the Pirate Lord journals, opening the hold of the Magpie's Fortune, catching a fish while on the Maiden Voyage, discovering the rowboat in Old Sailor's Isle, cook some meat on Old Sailor's Isle, and fire a cannon from the wreck of Magpie's Fortune. We would get this Magpie's Fortune sails. And there are loads of accommodations they have to do for all of these different ones, as you can see. There's loads, and we will eventually do all of them. So, that's great. Then you have Adventures at Sea, which is basically where all of the updates accommodations go to, or most of them at least. You got like all the way back in the day with Skeleton Thrones, and all of these new ones up to now where we are at the Secrets of the Banished. These are just a bunch of different things for a bunch of different events that will slowly be done over time. Then we have Reaper's Bones, which is all about the PvP kind of S faction. You can only do this in high seas. And this has loads of accommodations tied to getting flags, selling certain different companies' loots, because you can sell any kind of loot to these guys except for smugglers' loot. And there's lots of different things. This is like a PvP faction. Then there's the gold hoarders, which is all about, you know, the chests, the riddles, etc., etc. So we have one combination unlocked technically. Now it's because we earned some gold, but we have to continue to unlock that as we go along. Let's see, what else do we have? Emissary ledgers that unlock, but you can only do these in high seas when you have your emissaries, which give you cosmetics. Then there's the Merchant Alliance, like we did earlier, same vibe, Order Souls. And then there's Hunter's Call, which is all about fishing and stuff like that, which is there. Creator Crew is all about streaming and stuff. I've actually never done this, and I don't know how you get these unlocked, because technically I have been streaming, and I don't know how all that works. Then you have Servants of the Flame and Guardians of Fortune, which is the real PvP factions, where you actually can only get rewards and do this kind of stuff by PvPing. Well, you can technically PvE, but it takes a long time to do that. And that is all of the factions that are currently in the game. So I guess now we can go over some of the shops and stuff. So this is the quest board. You could actually pick up people's maps of stuff they've buried on them and place your own here as well. Then you've got the Hunter's Call representative that is now on each island. They used to just be at Seapost, but now they are on each island. You can get promotions, get rewards, etc. And they have their own shop here that you can unlock stuff for when you reach certain reputation levels. And then you have the shipwright, which allows you to buy everything ship-wise here. So you can buy ship customization, which is like your cannons, capstans, figureheads, flags, you know, all of this sort of ship stuff you can buy here. You can buy ship decorations to customize, like your table, your drapes, your bed, your rugs, all of this stuff. This is all captaincy things. Then you have your ship trinkets, which is also captaincy, but you can make your ship have a bunch of trinkets and little things on it as well. So that is the ship right there. Then you have the Merchant Alliance, which is another one of these. You can get your promotions, you can get your company shop stuff here. Of course, this is all seems to be available on high seas, but you can get all this kind of stuff here, which is a lot of different things. You can also buy resource crates here to stock up your ship, and you can buy commodities, which all have to do with emissary, and you can sell these at different outposts and things like that. This right here is the equipment shop. So you can come in here and buy all your different equipment types, like your banjo, your bucket, your compass, you know, all the equipment is in here. Then there is the gold hoarder, of course, with your promotions, your company shop. Same vibe as merchant. You can also look at combinations through this stuff if that's what you see fit. Then over here you have two different things for tall tales. This is your Monkey Island tall tales. This is where you can vote on them. They are at every outpost. Then you have your Pirate's Life over here, which is also at every outpost. Then over here we have the Weaponsmith. You can buy all different types of weapons, like your blunderbuss, cutlass, eye of reach, flintlock, double barrel, throwing knives, blowpipe, and the grapple gun. Lots of different weapons in the game now. Used to be a lot less, but now there's lots. Then we have the clothing shop over here. You can buy anything regarding clothing and appearance stuff. Then, of course, you know, up here we have the Order Souls, and all these locations do change depending on which outpost you are at. You know, you got the Order of Souls stuff here, and then above the Order of Souls all the time, I think besides one outpost, which is Port Merrick, is going to be your Pirate Emporium here. And then, of course, you got the Tavern. Over there is the Sovereigns. You've got Lorena,
surprise me.
which allows you to get a few different things here. You can get some emotes and stuff like that. You can get this flag, which is pretty cool. And you can get gold and stuff, but this is all available with the balloons, which are the blue coins at the top. And then you have the Tavern, of course, and the Mysterious Stranger.
You look like you have questions.
And all that nonsense. So, And if we read Glitterbeard's journal here, this journal seems to belong to a pirate named Glitterbeard. The sun is rising on a new day, and I, Glitterbeard, am sailing out to greet it. My pirate name is also new, and I'm still getting used to it. As I put my thoughts to parchment, it fits and starts. We got sails for that because we read a Glitterbeard journal. Stopping often to steady the wheel of my little sloop, I can't help but think it remarkable how much has happened in the past few days. I'm not sure whether this journal I am keeping will be a fond memento in years to come, a record of the worst decision of my life, or something else entirely. The first lesson I'm learning is that trying to write and steer my ship at the same time is probably going to end my journey before it's properly begun. I think I'll have to wait until I found my first safe harbor and settled in for the night before I say any more. And that's just part 1 of this book. There's 4 parts to each book. And that got us a combination and some sails, which is pretty cool. Alright. And then we can hit a little jig, and you can see our character. Look at him. He's been having a great time. He's so excited to be here. Alright. So, is this where we want to wrap up the episode? We're almost at 2 hours, at 1 hour and 42. I think that is a pretty good starter episode. We got 12 of the 288 trophies done. So I think that's a pretty good starting episode there. And that's where we will wrap it up for the day. I hope you guys did enjoy this first episode of the Sea of Thieves Platinum / 100% journey. We're going to have, hopefully, a good amount more of these coming to you soon. And, you know, we'll be getting dripped out and promoting ourselves to companies and doing a lot more. So, I'm very, very excited for that. Have we been talking in the game this whole time? I didn't realize our character was talking again because we don't have, it doesn't show the icon. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the first one. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you like the series, you know, make sure you subscribe, etc. Share with your friends, do all that. And I will see you guys, hopefully sometime soon, for another episode where we continue our journey out of the tutorial voyages and into the high seas. Goodbye, guys.